Oh, hi guys. I just had a quick afterthought to that last blues instruction video I did. I have to correct something, slight thing, very small but correctable, and then make another comment. So when I said the C sharp blues scale, I spelled it wrong at the end. It's C sharp, E, F sharp, G, G sharp, B, C sharp. I had it wrong, but getting it wrong made me think of something cool. A couple things. You know how like in the Bible 666 is the number of the beast? My birthday is 12666, the whole deal. But there's three sixes in blues melodies, and there's three sixes in blues harmonies. So let's talk about that for a second. First, blues harmonies. So if I'm in E blues, I have E dominant 7, A dominant 7, and B dominant 7. Well, or 7th technically. Well, every 7th chord or arpeggio has a tritone, which is 6 half steps, and that hence 6. In fact, the tritone is called the devil in music, and by many people. So when I play the 1 chord, which is E, I have a tritone between G sharp and D. That's the major third and the minor 7th interval of the E dominant 7th chord, which is a tritone or 6 half steps, therefore a 6. The second 6 is the A dominant 7th chord, has a tritone between the C sharp and the G. That's also C sharp. That's also 7 half steps, and that's also devil in music. And there's the second 6 in blues harmony. Then finally, the 5 chord is B dominant 7th, which has a tritone between D sharp and A. That's also 6 half steps and also called the devil in music. So in the 3 chords of blues, the 1 chord, the 4 chord, and the 5 chord, the 1-7, 4-7, and 5-7, and in the key of E, it's E7, A7, B7, you have 6-6-6. Now in blues melody, you also have a 6-6-6. Let me explain that. A different type of thing, but it's there too. So there's 3 6-note scales that you can use in a blues progression. Like when I was in the key of, when we were in the key of E, you can play an E Wiseman scale. An E Wiseman scale is an E minor pentatonic scale with an added major third, which is a G sharp, which has 6 notes, because there's 5 notes in a pentatonic scale, and adding the 6th note, the major third makes 6 notes. That's one scale with 6 notes. The next scale you can use that has 6 notes is the E blues scale. The E blues scale is an E minor pentatonic scale with an added flat 5, which in the case of key of E is B flat. That also has 6 notes in it, and that's the second 6. Finally, you can also use a C sharp blues scale over an E blues song or progression, and a C sharp blues scale is a C sharp minor pentatonic scale with an added flat 5. In this case, G. But from C sharp to G is a tritone, which is also 6 half steps. Yes, that's true. But C sharp blues scale is a C sharp minor pentatonic scale with an added flat 5th, which makes a 6-note scale. So there's 3 6-note scales that you can use over a blues progression, making a kind of a 6-6-6. The E Wiseman scale over an E blues, the E blues scale over an E blues, and the C sharp blues scale over E blues. That's 3 scales, each of which has 6 notes in it. And since there's 3 of them, there's 6-6-6. That's another 6-6-6 in blues music. I think it's interesting. They call blues African or black sex music, the devil's music, the original devil's music. In fact, in the show Lucifer, the theme song is a blues melody. It stars Tom Ellis as Lucifer. It actually has a blues melody for the theme. Da, 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 you know. Anyway, love you guys. Peace, love, and rocking.